As you probably know by now, I've been trying to follow the Mediterranean diet for the past few weeks, and according to a recent study, if you do follow it consistently, the diet can help reduce brain shrinkage as you age, which explains how good we are at our brain Tuesdays.
Yeah, so awesome. Plant-based fats, veggies, herbs or herbs, and spices are all major parts of the diet. So our Today Food team called in somebody who works the Mediterranean diet into her own lifestyle. Beautiful
Jennifer Esposito. She's a talented actress who you probably recognize from hit shows like NCIS and The Affair, but she's also a best-selling author, and she owns a gluten-free bakery right here in New York. It's called Jennifer's Way Bakery.
Yes.
How are you?
Things. I'm good. How are you?
What don't you do?
I don't know.
That list.
Honestly, I don't sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about it.
You do everything else, so it's good.
Yes.
Now, this is all we need,
Yep.
right?
We got some lentils, we have onion, we have carrot, celery, Himalayan salt. That's the only salt I use, just better,
Well, okay,
better
it's
for
better.
you.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes, some kale, parsley, olive oil, and we're going to use, you can use chicken broth, you can use a vegetable broth. I use a bone broth.
Bone broth.
Bone broth is extremely good for the gut. So everything, you know, whether it be Mediterranean or anti-inflammatory, I like to mix in everything that I can that works for me,
Okay.
what I always help for everyone else. Bone broth heals the gut and it builds collagen. So we should be chugging it on.
Can I ask, where do you get bone broth? Is
Bone
it
broth, you can find it. You can find it on the store. I mean, you can make it, but it's a process.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, chop some onions and some garlic. We're going to put some olive oil and let that
simmer a little bit.
Simmer a little bit. When the onions are translucent, means it's done.
Okay.
Then we're going to put in the carrots
and the celery.
And the celery. We're also going to put in, I have a nice amount of turmeric. Now, you know,
that's so good for you.
Turmeric is so good, but did you know that if you don't put it with black pepper, then you can't absorb the anti-inflammatory qualities of it?
I did not know that.
You have to have black pepper in there, so we're going to stir that up.
Okay, and how long does that cook? Just till it all gets soft?
You're going to cook that down, yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, we'll go with the beans. This is the lentil.
Right.
And you usually rinse them out, you drain them, pick them over.
And they're a superfood, aren't they?
Yeah. Superfood. For me, again, little problem digesting. So what I do is I get sprouted beans. Sprouted lentils.
Where do you get those? From your special store.
Because you don't want to try and do it yourself. You can really get that. You'll throw that in, and it really aids in digestion, so we can digest that.
Great.
And then you're going to throw in a bay leaf, which, again, helps with the gas, with the beans. Throw in some sea salt.
I love the sound effect.
We're just sheep.
Oh, no.
That's one of my favorite songs.
And then we put the sweet potato, and then we're going to put the stock. Of
the
whatever,
bone stuff.
Bone stuff.
Okay, you pour the whole thing in?
It really does build collagen. It's pretty amazing. You throw the whole thing in.
Okay, and you just boil that baby up?
We're going to let that sit, and you're going to, in about 40 minutes, you're going to get something like this.
And
it's hearty, it's grain-free, it's gluten-free, it's everything free. It's Mediterranean, and it has everything you need.
Now,
full of protein.
We have to talk about the thing you have next to the lentil dish, which it looks like
bread, but you're saying
it almost looks like.
No grain in it at all.
There's no grain at all.
Okay, so how did you make this?
This, I mean, it's a little tricky. Please try that bread. Yes, absolutely. Try a piece of the bread.
Okay.
The grain-free is something that I'm doing because I found even being gluten-free and dairy-free was still not enough for me. So grain-free is where I was really going. So I can't live without bread. Isn't that delicious?
The lentils are so good.
So good, right? Oh, and you throw some kale in at the end, too.
Okay.
Forgot about that. You got to get your greens.
Okay.
You got to get your greens.
So tell us about the bread.
So the bread basically is, and I think we have the recipe up for everyone, but it's cassava flour. Which is like a tuber, which is like a sweet potato. It's also coconut flour and arrowroot starch, little chia seeds. So it's you can eat that bread and not feel disgusting.
You've learned all of this out of your own life situation. You had a tough disease called celiac, which is going to be with you forever.
Absolutely.
But look how finding all these answers for you has become such a great opportunity to share answers for other people.
I tell you, it has been, you know, I've had a wonderful career, but this has been the highlight. The letters I get and able to feed people bread and desserts. It's been.
And she's allowed to have wine.
Yes, she is.
It has a happy ending, everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Jennifer, thank you. This was really delicious. Really delicious. To get the recipes, go to today.com/food.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.